Many of you may have heard of the recent accident at the Molly Kathleen gold mine in Cripple Creek, Colorado, where a tour guide tragically lost his life in an elevator accident. I visited this mine back in 2021 with some family members, and we rode that exact same elevator down into the mine. Following is a video of what the ride down that 1,000-foot elevator shaft is like.
Well, that's good right there. That's perfect. Okay, and I'll be talking on the way down the shaft here. So this is the main shaft on the Molly Kathleen, and this is a 2-compartment shaft. We're riding in the haulage side, so we haul all of the rock up out of this side of the shaft, and we also haul the miners and the equipment up and down on this side. And over here in front of us to the south, there's another compartment. That is called a manway, and that is a series of ladders that runs all the way from the surface down to the 1,000-foot level. So if there's ever a problem with a hoist breaking down or a power outage or something along that line, we can climb up out of the mine on those ladders. And if you're in good shape, it takes about an hour and a half to climb out of the mine on that 1,000-foot ladder. So we don't want to do that today. And in the shaft here, we cut levels on the average about every 100 feet apart. So when you see these lights going by, well, those are the different levels, and that's where we mine back in there looking for the veins of gold. And this shaft here, it is timbered all the way down with big timbers like 6x6s and 8x8s and 10x10s. And then these cages, they ride down on guides. They're 4x6 oak-wood guides. They're on the north and south side of the cage, and they go all the way from the top to the bottom. And they keep the cage from spinning around. They guide it right down through here, just like an elevator. And in that manway side, there's also an airline over there. Most of the equipment down here operates on compressed air, and so there's 2 big compressors up on the surface, and that 4-inch airline, it brings that compressed air down here for 1,000 feet, and it serves all these different levels down here with compressed air. Now this shaft here is just a little over 1,000 feet deep. It's 1,050 feet, and that last 50 feet, it's called a sump, and that collects the water that drips down the shaft. When that sump fills up with the water, we of course have to pump it out, but we want to stop right on the 1,000-foot level. We want no part of that sump. That water, it's cold and it's not too clean, and so we want to stay out of the sump. So we just hope the hoistman is sober today. So we're just about to reach the bottom. You can see the timber out here, what we call square set timber, put in there kind of like a picture frame. So that's just one of the methods of timbering here in the shaft. And yeah, here we are. So that didn't take too long.
So yeah, they found, you know, that rock the Molly Kathleen found. They go behind.
Okay, so watch your step. Come on. You want to just stand out here, wait for the shaft.
Oops. You didn't see that.
Now, if you take a look at this tour guide over here, his name is Steve. He is a 3rd-generation miner from this station. He's been giving tours down here since 1972.
As you can see, the elevators are not much bigger than phone booths, and you were pretty much standing shoulder to shoulder with the other tourists and the tour guide. My experience on that tour of the Molly Kathleen mine was very positive. The tour guides were extremely knowledgeable and very friendly. It's one of the most interesting things I've ever done. I'd never been in a gold mine before, and this was really a very interesting place to visit. This is Patrick Weir. He's the tour guide who tragically lost his life in the elevator accident. Details are sketchy, but based on what I've read, it had something to do with the malfunction of the door in the elevator. Patrick leaves behind a 7-year-old son. I'll put a link in the description to a GoFundMe for Patrick's son, and I hope everyone donates. Thanks.